Our first storyteller tonight is Pam Rice and is a member of the Jackson Park Yacht Club. She's a sailor, illustrator, author, and outdoors woman who has had decades of fun on and off the water. Pam started sailing in 1972 on a boat from Sears with a flower on the sail. Do the math. She's been a skipper for a really long time. 17 years later, Pam joined Jackson Park Yacht Club as their first Black woman sailor. She formed a group of sailors of both men and women to race on the Mac in 1994. Pam is the founder and editor of blackchicagosailing.org, and she has served on the Jackson Park Yacht Club Board of Directors for 8 years. Welcome, Pam.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad you came out tonight. It's good to see so many people. As Debbie mentioned, I started sailing in 1972. What had happened was a friend and I had gone to the lake to rent a snark, and the story we heard was that they were all taken. So we went out, put it in 50-50 and bought one from Sears, put it together, and that's what I sailed on for many years. I also, after sailing on that boat for quite some time, I bought in 87, I bought a 22-foot South Coast, which I sailed out of Racine, Wisconsin for a number of years, and then eventually took it down to Jackson Park, which is where I really took to sailing. There were just a great group of people, great camaraderie, a lot of diversity. Yeah, that was a sailboat that I sailed on for many years. It was a car top, and so I was able to take it all over the place. Hummingbird, which was a 22-foot South. I think I was sailing here. I was sailing from Racine to Kenosha, Wisconsin. This is Lake Michigan, and because it does show various ports along Lake Michigan, and they were the various ports that we went to when we took our flotilla. We went across to the Michigan side and harbor hopped as far as we could go in 11 to 14 days and make our way back. We would take a group of about 6 to 7 boats, and we would go away for a little bit more than a week, and we would travel to the various harbors and through all kinds of weather, and it was just a great way to introduce sailors, new sailors especially, to sailing and what to expect and all the various conditions that we eventually run into. Was it was a lesson. It was a lesson. It was great. And we did that for about 7 years. The last trip we took was up into Milwaukee. After that, people started to, go out on their own. They were basically familiar with the various harbors along the lake. So we no longer did group trips. Some of us participated in beer can races on Wednesday. Okay, this was the group that we put together to race the Mac race in '94. And Bill Pinckney we asked Bill to be our captain. We were all skippers. We all owned our own boats. This was our reception a couple of nights before. And we did good. We could have done better, but it was a great experience, and we made that happen. It was a group of men and women sailors. And after that trip, there were many of us who continued to go to Mackinac and various places beyond. And so really, it just opened up a lot of doors to us. Okay. This was on one of our flotilla trips. This is Wanda's boat. I think we were headed over, we were definitely headed over to Michigan. But you can see we've got our bicycles, and we had, we had everything we needed. And we would just travel until we had to leave enough time to turn around and head back to Chicago. So overall, we do about 180, 200 miles on these trips. There were a couple of times that we went where we ran into bad weather, which lasted for more than 2 or 3 days. And what we would end up by doing was leaving the boats and taking the train back into Chicago and waiting for a great day to go back and pick up our boats and sail back to Chicago. So we did that maybe 2 or 3 times over the 7 years. This is in St. Joe. This is a Black Boaters Summit where we sailed a catamaran, and I think we were on this. This was might have been 2003. I made that trip, I think, about 3 times. This is the present boat I have, ibsc.com. It's a 30-foot O'Day, which I love. And these are 2 books that I've written. Over the last 4 years, I've done a couple of books, and that's my story. Sailing Commitment. Tell them, Bill.
The thing about the book is that it's about my solo circumnavigation, and it is based for 8 to 12-year-olds. I got together with Pam, and she did beautiful illustrations, and we look to have the book on the market, hopefully by early March.